For over 300 years, one throne in India seemed to bring disaster to nearly every ruler who sat on it. Men came to power with dreams of empire, but almost every one of them lost everything: kingdom, crown, and sometimes their lives. A throne soaked in betrayal, a seat of power that demanded blood, a crown that promised greatness and delivered ruin. So what was this throne, and why did history fear it? Tonight we dive into the legend of the Delhi Sultanate's cursed throne, a seat of power that ended dynasties, destroyed kings, and shaped the history of India. But the question is, was it really cursed, or was something else at play? Let's begin. Our story starts in the early 1200s. Northern India is in chaos. Kingdoms are falling, war is everywhere, and from this storm rises a slave soldier, Qutbuddin Aibak, the founder of the Delhi Sultanate. He never came from royalty. He was sold as a boy, trained as a warrior, rose through the ranks by pure skill and courage, and against all odds, he became king. He founded the throne of Delhi, a symbol of power, a symbol of ambition. But it didn't take long for whispers to begin, because the first man to sit on it never got to rule long. In 1210, only a year into his reign, Aibak died in a sudden and almost unbelievable accident while playing polo. Some called it fate, others called it the beginning of a curse, because the throne had tasted its first king, and it was only the beginning. But what happened next? After Aibak's sudden death, the throne passed to his son-in-law, Iltutmish, another ruler who started as a slave and rose to power. He was strong, skilled, and intelligent. For a moment, it seemed the curse had finally stopped. But then, disaster returned. Iltutmish lost his sons. His empire began to tear in different directions. Royal families plotted against each other. When he died, he left his daughter, Razia Sultan, as his heir. She was brilliant, educated, and determined to prove that a woman could rule. But the throne did not show mercy. The nobles rebelled. She was betrayed. She was overthrown and killed. Another ruler gone. Another victim of Delhi's throne. But why was this happening? Was the throne truly cursed? Or was Delhi simply too powerful for anyone to control? Before we answer, things are about to get even darker. After Razia's fall, the throne changed hands like a cursed object nobody wanted to hold. Kings ruled for months instead of years. Assassinations became normal. Generals killed kings. Kings killed generals. Everyone wanted power, and almost everyone died trying to keep it. One ruler, Nasir-ud-Din Mahmud, was a quiet scholar. He preferred writing Quranic verses instead of ruling. The real power was in the hands of his general, Ghiyas-ud-Din Balban. And when Balban finally became king himself, he tried to break the curse. He ruled with iron fists. He punished rebellion brutally. He strengthened Delhi's defenses. For a while, the throne seemed stable. But then, fate struck again. Balban's own son and heir was killed fighting Mongol invaders. His death broke the old king's heart. Balban would die soon after, leaving the throne vulnerable once more. One more ruler gone, one more tragedy linked to Delhi's throne. And yet, the worst was still coming. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this story, make sure to like this video and subscribe. More dark and unbelievable history stories are coming, and you don't want to miss them. Now, back to the curse. After Balban's line collapsed, a new family rose to power, the Khiljis. They were strong warriors from Central Asia and determined to break Delhi's unstable pattern. The most famous among them? Alauddin Khilji, one of the greatest military leaders of medieval India. He defeated Mongol armies. He expanded the empire. He became wealthy beyond imagination. But the throne demanded a price. Alauddin fell sick. Some said poison, others whispered dark magic. Soon after his death, the fighting began again. His generals murdered each other. His nephew was executed. The Khilji dynasty began killing itself from the inside. Within a few short years, the Khiljis were gone. The throne had claimed another dynasty, but another was already waiting to sit upon it, and their story may be the most tragic of all. In 1320, Ghiyas-ud-Din Tughlaq seized the throne. He was a strict but capable ruler. He expanded the empire, built new cities, and created strong defenses. But while returning from a victorious campaign, a giant pavilion collapsed on him and crushed him to death. Some said it was an accident. Others whispered it was planned. Because the next ruler, his son Muhammad bin Tughlaq, is one of the most controversial rulers in Indian history. Muhammad was brilliant, a genius, a visionary. But sometimes his ideas ran ahead of reality. He decided to move the capital of Delhi 700 kilometers away to Daulatabad, believing it would help control the empire. Thousands were forced to march across burning lands. Many died. The new capital never worked. Then he created a new system of currency using paper and bronze coins. People immediately began forging them. The economy collapsed. Revolts swept across the empire. Cities rebelled. Armies defected. Muhammad spent most of his reign trying to stop fires he had accidentally started. And finally, after years of stress, fighting, and loss, he died during a campaign. Some say illness, some say revenge. The throne of Delhi had destroyed another king, and yet the curse was not finished. After Muhammad, the empire was fractured. His cousin, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, took power. He was more peaceful. He focused on building schools, canals, hospitals, and monuments. For a few years, Delhi breathed again. But fate was waiting. Firoz's sons and grandsons fought over power. Rebellions returned. The empire broke into pieces. Soon, the once strong Delhi Sultanate was weak, divided, and vulnerable. And when a hungry wolf sees a wounded animal, it prepares to attack. That wolf was coming from Central Asia. His name was Timur the Lame, and he was about to burn Delhi to the ground. In 1398, Timur invaded India. He defeated Delhi's armies with terrifying speed. Then he entered the city, and what followed is still remembered as one of the darkest days in Delhi's history. Massacre, looting, burning. Thousands died. The city was ruined. Once again, the throne of Delhi sat in the middle of destruction. Timur didn't stay. He returned to Central Asia with massive wealth, but the damage was done. Delhi was a broken capital. The Sultanate was on life support. The curse continued. But amazingly, someone still wanted the throne. After Timur left, the Sayyid dynasty tried to rebuild Delhi. They ruled for about 30 years, but the empire was weak. They fought constant rebellions. They struggled for territory. They never fully recovered. Then came the Lodi dynasty, the last ruling family before the Mughal era. One of its most famous rulers, Sikandar Lodi, restored some stability. He rebuilt administration, introduced reforms, and strengthened Delhi again. For a moment, it looked like the curse was finally broken. But then came Ibrahim Lodi, the last Sultan of Delhi. He made powerful enemies. His own nobles rose against him. They invited a foreign conqueror to invade India. That conqueror was Babur, a descendant of Timur. And in 1526, at the Battle of Panipat, Ibrahim Lodi fell. The Delhi Sultanate ended. The cursed throne had consumed its final ruler. But was the curse over? Or was it about to move to a new empire? So after all these stories, hundreds of years, dozens of rulers, countless deaths, we must ask, was the throne truly cursed? Or was history simply repeating itself? Delhi was the most powerful city in northern India. That meant every ambitious general, noble, or invader wanted the throne. Power attracts enemies. The empire was huge and difficult to control. Communication was slow. Revolts could appear overnight. Many rulers came from military backgrounds, not trained administrators. They won power through battle. But governing a country is much harder. History loves dramatic patterns, and when so many rulers fall the same way, the human mind begins to see a pattern, a curse. So was the throne cursed? Maybe not, but in the eyes of the people who lived through those times, it absolutely felt real. If you were a new king sitting on that throne, you knew one thing: most of the men before you didn't keep it for long. Though the Delhi Sultanate fell, its impact never disappeared. It built new cities, roads, systems of government, art and architecture, and a mix of cultures that shaped the future of India. The Mughals who came after did not start from nothing. They built on what Delhi already had. In a strange way, even if the throne destroyed kings, it also built a civilization. A strange duality, a crown that killed men, but created a legacy. Maybe that is the real story. For centuries, the throne of Delhi stood as a symbol of power, ambition, and danger. Some believed it was touched by destiny. Others believed it was cursed by the blood shed to win it. But one truth remained: those who sat on it rarely sat for long. Yet the story does not end here, because after the fall of the Delhi Sultanate, another empire took its place, an empire even greater, richer, and more powerful. And that empire had a throne of its own. A throne many feared more than Delhi's. A throne that legends say carried its own curse. If you want more dark history, ancient mysteries, and stories of forgotten kings, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because more episodes are coming soon. This is Time Scroll, and our journey through history has just begun.